Hello, everybody. Hello. It's Wednesday. Hump day. Mock, 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 mock.
Good
Good
morning, everybody.
morning.
Very excited to be able to share a testimonial this morning from Laura Mower, M-O-E-H-R, Moore.
Okay, sure.
Moher.
Yeah, that works.
Laura has written to us this week, and she says, I just wanted to wish you both a very Merry Christmas, not Happy Holidays, because I believe in Christmas. Thank you for being the voice of reason every day. I enjoy listening to you when I get up or later in the day. Meet and greet in Tampa was the highlight of my year. I love the products that we got so much that I am now using Genucel all the time, and people cannot believe that I am 52. I love you, ladies. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but he supports my addiction. LOL. And she's saying that because Genucel was one of our title sponsors for our meet and greet, and they provided every single attendee with samples from Genucel, their skincare line, like full-size samples.
Yeah.
And so people got hooked, and I get it. And so people started buying the most popular package, which they should have, because right now, especially now, it's 70% off. And they are trying it, and now we're getting the testimonials, and people just love it. And you cannot blame them because their stuff is magic.
Yeah, they got some good swag in their swag bags.
Do they not?
And by the way, it's sold out.
Yes, the meet and greet is in Phoenix is sold out. So there are no more tickets available. If you start seeing all the scammers, just beware. Because like as soon as you say an event is sold out, there's all kinds of scammers that'll be like, I can get you tickets. And they'll try to just don't do any of that.
Yeah,
Just,
it's like the guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High that like is like, I can get you tickets, man. I can get you tickets.
Right.
It's like, don't trust that guy. He can't get you tickets.
And if you're trying to get tickets and you do find somebody that is selling them, check with us first. We can find whether or not that person has a ticket to sell. That's your best way of avoiding being scammed. If you, reach out to us and say, so-and-so says they have 2 tickets, is their name on the list? We can very easily check that for you. I would much rather do that and look that up than think somebody's going to get completely scammed. So do not fall for any scams, please. But yes, we're sold out. Very, very exciting.
That is very, very exciting. Yes.
Anyway, visit genucel.com/chicks. Take advantage of that 70% off special on their most popular package. They're also going to they're going to toss it right in there, a free hyaluronic acid correcting serum on top of your order. So it's a great, great deal.
It really is. And you guys, we did a deep dive yesterday. We talked a lot about education and how, as Mock would say, how borked it is.
So borked.
It's borked to the nth degree. That's all. Yeah. That's math. I learned that in school in the educational system before it got borked. So you should check that out. I think that Val will have that out sometime this weekend.
Yes.
So maybe before Christmas. Hopefully before Christmas.
I bet it will be before.
Probably Friday-ish. So
it'll be like a Christmas Eve present.
Yeah. That you can unwrap online where you get your podcasts. There you go.
There you go. All right. Speaking of things that are borked, the border, you guys, what a hot freaking mess the border is right now. It's getting so bad. And so I've got a couple clips to share with you about that. And actually, we'll just start out with this one from KJP. It's only 5 seconds, but it just encapsulates how well they have control over this border. Because you guys shouldn't worry about it because, listen.
We're doing the work. The president has been doing the work at the border since day one.
Really?
So see?
So he's there doing the work at the border. He's there? Because that's a big, fat freaking lie. He's not doing the work.
What is the work? What does that mean?
It means
what is
nothing.
I had a meltdown on Twitter yesterday because I reposted that and then I screamed in all caps at every journalist that it goes to the White House pressers.
What is
and I was
the
like,
work?
How do you let her get away with this? Ask her what the work is. What is it? Somebody has to ask her that.
She's been saying that bullshit for I don't even know how long now. It's like, you're right. How do they just stand there? They're like, okay. He's doing the work, you guys.
He's doing the work
at the border. He's doing. No, he's not.
He's eating ice cream.
He's eating ice cream, barely putting words together. He's saying nonsense. and he's petting people and he's sniffing people and he's being a complete and total idiot. This is what he's doing. He's not doing any work.
No, there's no work. It's making me insane.
I know, right? It is absolutely insane. Meanwhile, people are pouring across the border, waiting to get across the border. It's going to be freezing here this weekend.
Yeah.
In Texas, it's going to be absolutely frigid. Like, I'm worried for my cows, let alone, I'm worried for my cows. Well, I mean, they're going to be fine because cows are resilient, right? But I mean, but that's the thing is like people are worried for like livestock and stuff, let alone people who are going to be lined up waiting. Itty bitty kids, all these people who are going to be have they thought about that? Have they thought about
is AOC crying at some fence line somewhere?
Yeah, in her white suit, like getting somebody get a picture.
Yeah, make sure to get my red lipstick in there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh my God.
And these people are insufferable.
It's so bad. I mean, now we've got people sleeping in the El Paso airport. I mean, it's out of control, out of absolute control. And so now it's like the rest of the mainstream media, they've finally caught up with the fact that, there's a border crisis. Oh my God, how did we didn't know. That's what they're saying. But now they're finally reporting on it. And even an MSNBC reporter who's at the border reported back to her colleagues at MSNBC and says the things. Listen to this.
We've been able to see as of last night, a lot of migrants just crossing, and migrants I spoke to this morning saying they haven't had any interaction with U.S. immigration authorities. They just walked right in.
Oh my God.
Great. That's fantastic. They're just walking right in.
This Title 42 thing is getting on my nerves because Title 42 should have nothing to do with this discussion at all.
It's the only thing that's saving us a little bit,
which is so stupid.
Stupid.
Title 42 should not be the thing that's saving our border at this point. It's what should be saving our border is the fact that we have a border
that is secure.
Yeah, it's like everybody. It's everything's hinging on this Title 42 thing. It's like, why are we doing this? This is so dumb. What should be saving our border is the fact that we have a secure border or that we just have laws that people that people don't break and that we enforce a border, it's just infuriating. And everybody's just like, Title 42, Title 42,
I know it is infuriating, especially because the White House will not give a straight answer about how they even feel about Title 42. So Jackie Heinrich, I think that's what you said her name is, right? I think this is her. She's Heinrich, talking about that issue because, the Supreme Court put a stay on Title 42. So it doesn't expire today, which it was set to, but the White House administration or the Biden administration is pushing back. Like they're actually saying, no, we really want to lift it, but can we go ahead and just lift it after the holidays? Because we want to try to have an organized, orderly process.
Okay.
They think what's happening now is orderly? Are they out of their minds? But here's how they've tried to play both sides of the fence. Jackie is reporting on this.
Also been distancing themselves from this push the White House has to even end Title 42 in the first place. Listen to this.
That is a court order that is telling us to lift Title 42, and we're going to comply because we follow the rule of law.
But the administration sought to lift
but it is a court order. But that
started by you guys.
It was a court order that has been provided to us.
The president made clear who wanted it back in April.
I can give you a straight answer. We had proposed to eliminate that policy by the end of May.
And when the courts have previously blocked the administration's push, the press secretary said the administration disagrees with the court's ruling. So this current court action means that there is a chance that Title 42 stays in place either for the short term or indefinitely. The White House, as we said, is moving forward as though this is going to lift. But according to them, it is the courts that want to lift Title 42. It is Republicans standing in the way of securing the border. What the president has done on this issue so far has been a success, even though under the president's leadership, illegal crossings have hit all-time highs. And anyone who suggests that the border is open is just spreading misinformation for the smugglers, Harris.
God, I cannot with these people. And Title 42, the whole point is like they did it because of the pandemic, right? So like what, 4 million people, I don't even, the number, I could be completely off with that. It could be more, right? So 4 million people have poured over our border since Biden's been in office. So do you think that any of those people had COVID? I don't know. Let's see. Did we make sure that they had masks on? Did we make sure that did we make sure that they had vaccines? Oh, I don't know. Did we do that? Did Fauci do that? Was he there? Was Fauci there? Was Biden there, like making sure that they had jabs in their arms and masks on their faces? These people are insufferable.
If they would have been there, they would have been handing them out their free phones. Not, you know what I mean? That would have been their concern.
This is the thing. And that's what Title 42 is. It's just these people. It's talk about gaslighting, and then they blame it on the Republicans.
It's amazing.
I mean, it is just it's unreal what they can spew out of their faces at this point, and they blame it on us. Mm-hmm. Seriously, wow. Wow.
And then I told you something that made your head explode before we went on, which I wish I would have saved this morsel of information so that I could see you react live. So try to recreate your reaction.
I don't know if I think I fell out of my chair, you guys. I think I was so pissed off.
So the other big news is that the Senate, the Democrats are trying to push through this unbelievably irresponsible, ridiculous, over $1 trillion spending bill before before Congress changes over in January. They want to ram this through. This spending bill, you guys,
oh my God,
which you're going to hear from Senator Mike Lee, is over 4,000 pages. Nobody's read it. They're going to be expected to vote on it today. And it includes, and I don't think I even told you the number.
Y'all sit down, everybody.
Sit down. It includes $410 million to secure the border of Jordan, Lebanon, Egypt, Tunisia, and Oman.
I cannot. What? WTF? I can't. What is...
We're securing, our money is going to help secure the borders of those countries, you guys.
I
want
to know
just one tiny thing that's in it.
Who threw their mug across the room? Raise your hand. Because I can't with these freaking people. I can't. They're taking our money and they're securing other borders.
Yeah.
Other borders. That's him doing the work. It's doing the work, you guys.
Right. And that's just, there's so much ridiculous crap in this bill, obviously, because, the Appropriations Committee and there's like 5 people who've been working on this, and they're putting everything that they can put into the spending bill they want to put in there. So all the sensible Republicans are speaking out about this. Rand Paul, as you might expect, all of them are just like, what the hell is going on? Here's Mike Lee talking about how ridiculous this is.
You better throw
this monstrous spending bill clocks in at 4,155 pages.
Oh my God.
It was released in the middle of the night. We've had it for only a few hours. And now we're being told Congress needs to vote on and pass this thing on an expedited basis. Some are saying, within the next 48 to 72 hours. By doing that, they're acknowledging the fact that they're treating what is fundamentally a legislative proposal. I mean, let's be serious about this. This is a handful, like 4 or 5 people in Congress wrote this. And they put it together. They introduced it in the middle of the night, in the early morning hours of today. And now they're wanting to collapse all hearings, all floor debates, all discussions in earnest about this, and say you just have to pass it because this is what the process is. Well, the process is this way because time after time, you've got enough members who agree to support these things without even having voted for it.
Yeah, you vote no. You give them the big fat middle finger, you vote no, and you say, up yours. Up yours. You don't get to do this to the American people. You represent your constituents, and you say, screw you. You don't get to do this. This is basically armed robbery. You don't get to do this to the American people. This is their money. And we're not going to go secure other borders when our border is, as you would say, borked.
Borked.
No.
Unfortunately, it's going to pass, you guys, because they're voting on it before the Congress has changed over. So congrats to all of us for helping Egypt secure their border. I mean, it's going to happen. And it's happening at the worst possible time when we're already struggling with so much inflation, which this is only going to contribute to. So it's just, and that, by the way, the border, I mean, it's chock full of stuff. That's one example. Another example of some of the ridiculousness that's in it is more funding for the FBI, which we now know has been utterly corrupt. Every time there's a new Twitter file drop, we're learning more and more about how corrupt the FBI actually is. And so we've got one of the representatives, James Comer, who's been very entrenched in that, talking about how this all ties together. And so here he is on that.
The more astonished we are, the more troubled we are. You know, my first thoughts were that there were just one or two rogue FBI employees who were going to Twitter and Facebook telling them this Hunter Biden laptop stories, Russian disinformation, don't put it on your platform. But now we learned the FBI had a group of 80 agents. And we learned today with this Twitter dump, they had paid Twitter over $3 million for their time, with all the time they had taken up in telling them who to censor and what to censor. Now, this is just Twitter. We already heard from Zuckerberg hint that this was happening at Facebook. Right. Imagine what went on at Google and YouTube and what's going on in the mainstream media. This FBI is out of control. $3 million to Twitter, multiply that times 3 other platforms, $12 million in salary and benefits of those 80 employees. Who is funding this? I mean, Congress has to step up in the next few days and say, we've got to wait till January to fund these government agencies, or else they're going to continue to be unaccountable.
And that's the problem.
Yeah. And do we get that money back? Can we sue? Because that's the thing. It's like, I'd like to sue. I'd like to actually hire some like lawyers, get a class action lawsuit and sue. Because do we authorize that? Did anybody ask us? Who asked me? Did they say, hey, Daisy, I'd like to go ahead and give this money to Twitter so I could suppress information from the general public? Nobody asked me.
Or suppress you.
Right. Suppress me. And then suppress you guys. Did they ask you if they could spend that money? Hell no, they didn't ask you. So this is unbelievable. They're taking our hard-earned money and they're giving it to these entities, to these social media companies. Well, you know, the FBI is giving it to this is because it's federal money. It's our money. Yeah. And they're giving it to these entities, taxpayer money, our money. And so, I mean, it's like, we should sue. Seriously, like, think of all the litigious stuff out there. It's like, I'm being serious.
No, I know, insanity. But I feel like if it was suable, that like a Harmeet Dillon or somebody would be doing it, right? So the fact that it's not being done by some of the most loud, outspoken legal scholars makes me think that it's not doable. Like, it's not something that we can sue over.
There's got to be a lawyer out there that's watching this. Seriously. That's willing to just at least entertain the idea. I'm so sick of these people taking our money. It's armed robbery. Like, they just keep stealing from us.
Yeah, because I didn't
authorize that.
Yeah. I have another testimonial to share from Janine Nelson. Janine says, Dear Amy, Joe, and Miriam, I'm writing to you to thank you for saving me $30 on an order of Omaha steaks. Our son and his family live in New Jersey while we live in South Carolina in Myrtle Beach. Unfortunately, they will not be able to come home for Christmas this year, so we are sending them a delicious meal package. And yes, Daisy, one that includes the caramel apple tartlets. Cannot thank you enough for the wonderful savings. Blessings to you both and your families for a very Merry Christmas and the very happiest of New Year's. We watch you ladies every day, and I'm so thankful for your down-to-earth, common sense approach to life and all its issues. DeSantis 2024. Much love, Janine Nelson. So she saved some money, but you know what? She could save even more, and so could you all if you go and get yourself some Omaha steaks now, because they've upped that discount to $40 off when you use code CHICKS at checkout from omahasteaks.com. And then on top of that, everything is already 50% off. So you do your 50% off anything that you order site-wide. I mean, there's some minimums. And then you get an extra $40 off at checkout when you use code CHICKS. It is a phenomenal deal. I don't think it's going to last after the holidays. So use it while you can and stock up.
Yep. I got some people some Omaha steaks for Christmas and they were so happy. They love it.
'Cause
They just
who
it's
doesn't
such
love that?
It's such a great gift, you guys. People just love it. And I do too. I had fillets yesterday. So I'm
did
just
we!
ready for lunch. Yeah.
Oh, we had it for dinner.
I know. I'm such a baby. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna have filet for lunch. Yay.
Did you have the bacon wrapped or did you
I
just have the
didn't. I
regular?
just had the
Okay.
regular ones. Yeah, I love them both, obviously, but I just had the regular ones because I wasn't feeling very fancy at lunch. Yeah.
So you just said no to the bacon for
I said no
lunch.
to the bacon wrapped. I was like, I'm not going to be a diva at lunch. Okay. I'm just going to have the filet.
I have some just rando headlines to share with everybody before we get to more videos. First of all, I read yesterday that North Korea is either in the midst of or about to embark on a 7-day mourning period, which they do every year to honor Kim Jong-il and the death of Kim Jong-il. And
The
so
daddy,
they have
big
to,
daddy. That's
Big Daddy.
Daddy. Okay.
well, in his case, it's pretty little daddy, but
Yeah. He was
yes.
That's right. The son is actually big. The daddy
Right.
is little. Right.
But in this 7-day mandatory mourning period, the North Korean people are discouraged from any kind of celebrating of any sort. So like if you have a birthday that happens to fall during that time period, sucks for you. You got to
would be
keep
so
any.
screwed.
Oh my God.
You
I
would
would
be
be so screwed.
You would be so screwed. Oh my God. Like you would die. They would actually, they'd feed you to the dogs. Like, because she would be like, it's my birthday. And then she'd be like singing happy birthday to herself. She'd be
Can't.
stifle. And then like one day she would just burst with excitement over her own birthday. And they'd be like, we have to feed her to the dogs. She'd die by firing squad. And then they'd actually feed her to dogs. And then as they were feeding her to the dogs, she'd be like, oh no, puppy.
Oh my gosh.
And then they'd eat her. And they'd eat her. This is what would happen. I mean, I can see it, right? Like,
It totally would, you guys.
we
And
would never
because they're
survive
also
there.
discouraged from smiling. Like there's not to be any smiling or
This would
laughter. I
not-
would never
This
make
is
it.
not your country. It's just not. I mean that, and then you have to eat grass. Like that's a vegetable. Like that's your only vegetable in North Korea is grass. That's it.
That place sucks all the
Sucks
balls.
so hard there. Yeah.
Okay, so no fun, no smiling, no laughing is
No.
happening in North Korea. I don't
That's good.
imagine that happens a lot anyway, but like they're
No.
now mandatorily not allowed to do those things.
Sounds like a great place.
Pelosi. Another headline is that Nancy Pelosi is going to be moving forward with legislation this week, I think, that is going to force an audit of Trump's taxes. So
Oh.
not only did they get the taxes, now they're going to demand through a law that Trump's taxes be audited.
Can we do hers now? Can we do hers next?
Right?
I really want to do hers next. And then all of Congress. I want to do
Oh
all
my
of Congress.
I just-
Every single
Ugh.
one of theirs. I want to know how all of these jackhats make their money. I think we all have a right to know. Don't you guys think? I want to know how
Yeah.
I want to know why she's rich as balls. I want to know why.
She's rich as balls because she knows all the things that are going to happen with the stock market because she
Right.
controls all of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So that's
I
happening.
know.
Also about Elon Musk and the whole poll that he did saying, he's going to look for a new CEO. He has confirmed he plans to find a new CEO as soon as he finds, quote, someone foolish enough to take the job. And then he said, as soon as he finds the person foolish enough to take the job, then he plans to continue to run the software and server teams. So that's his plan. That's how he's going to stay engaged. And he's obviously
Okay.
still going to own it. But yeah, he does want somebody that's dumb enough to take the job to take the job.
Did you see that he was like people were speculating it was going to be Jared Kushner
I can't see why Jared would do that.
because they were
but, like,
hobnobbing at some social thing and they were
Well, they were at the World Cup together.
Yeah,
They were in the
that's
same box.
That's what it was. The World Cup. They were hobnobbing,
Yeah.
and people were like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be Jared." People
Jared
were
is not foolish, I don't
heads were-
think.
Heads were split. People, people would say that. People would say that he's foolish because he married into the Trump family. You know how people on the left would say
Well,
that.
yeah,
He's
that's true.
foolish enough. Oh, okay, all right. Whatever.
So anyway, so that's happening. And then also, remember how Biden promised justice for the 13 Marines in Afghanistan whose
Mhm.
death he is personally responsible for?
Right.
And remember how we still haven't gotten any justice?
Yeah.
Like, that's
I
never
do
been a thing.
remember. I do
Yeah.
remember.
And then remember how, like, when we were there, when we were maintaining a presence in Afghanistan, things were okay. Like the Taliban wasn't in charge. And so women in Afghanistan could do things like they could actually go out in public. They could go to school. So effective yesterday, no longer can any Afghan women go to college. They are banned now from universities and college. So we did a great job over there. Good job, Biden.
That's great. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what the feminists are saying about that, since feminism is not a joke and all these days.
They're very quiet.
It's so weird. It's so weird. Yeah. So weird. How they're quiet about things like that. They're quiet about things like, biological men taking over women's sports in America. They're quiet about those things. But then they're like, free the nipple. Woo! Yeah. Feminism. It's a complete joke, you guys. Complete and utter joke. Yeah.
So we've completely destroyed that country. So that's neat. And then also, Kyrsten Sinema is selling her used sports bras on Facebook Marketplace. So if you're in the market for some used sports bras,
I do need some. Although I think hers would I'd have a lot of extra material in the front. It would just be like I'd be jogging and there'd be like material flying around. You know what I mean?
That would not offer much support.
I don't think it would offer. I don't really need a lot of support, but I feel like there would just be a lot of action happening up here if I got her sports bras. Yeah.
I recommend not getting them. Just honestly, I don't know why. You can just get a new one.
I probably could probably go to Target and just get a new one for $20. That's right.
But she is, in fact,
why is she doing that?
I mean, it's not just bras. Like she's selling like biker sorts of. Maybe maybe she was a biker and now she doesn't want to be a biker. I don't know.
And on Marketplace, she's doing that on Marketplace. I feel like that's
stars. They're just like us.
Feel like that's so weird. Like, why you think? Listen, I'm nothing against Facebook Marketplace, but I feel like she should be selling it on Poshmark or something. Don't you?
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, yeah,
it's just.
Although I don't know, I've never used Marketplace. I understand. It's very helpful. Yeah,
I have sold some things on Marketplace. I've sold some furniture. Never undergarments. Never an undergarment.
That's the weird thing. That's
and
included.
I don't think anybody should ever buy undergarments on the Marketplace or
secondhand anywhere
or any place for that matter. I feel like you should throw those away. Maybe that's just I
feel like that's
a personal preference. I mean, kind of like dyeing your dogs. Maybe that's just a personal preference. I'm just putting that out there. To each their own.
Oh my God. Okay, so those are the headlines. Then I do have a couple more clips to share. One is it's just a pic. You're just going to see a picture. It's not a video. It's just a picture of Kamala, but you're going to hear Kamala answering a question about social media companies. Now, I don't know what the question was. I can tell you that
does it matter?
It doesn't matter what the question was because her answer it's just a lot of words that are smooshed together that don't say anything. So we're going to listen to her. And then I would like you listen carefully because I would your assignment is that you're going to tell me what she meant.
Oh my God. God, I hate this assignment. Every single time I have to do this. Okay, here we go. Okay.
See how social media is used in that way, it causes me a very deep level of concern as someone who has a responsibility and a first priority to consider and protect our nation's security, including the security of our democracy. So what I would say about any social media site is this. I fully expect and would require that leaders in that sector cooperate and work with us who are concerned about national security, concerned about upholding and protecting our democracy, to do everything in their power to ensure that there is not a manipulation that is allowed,
spit it out,
or overlooked that is done with the intention of upending the security of our democracy and our nation.
So could you explain?
No, it's something about securing our democracy and that she's responsible for securing our democracy. because of securing our democracy.
And
it's like
no manipulation should be approved or allowed or overlooked.
And how she's responsible for securing our democracy. She just talks and talks and talks. God, how is her husband not insane? I'm serious. Like that. He's probably like, thank God you're the vice president now, so you're out of my freaking face. I cannot deal with you, lady. I'm serious. Good Lord.
God.
You know that whole, what is it? What was the the Adam Sandler movie where the guy gets up and answers the question?
You just said.
Like, what you just said. It's like, we are all dumber for now hearing it. May God have mercy on your soul.
Right.
That's how I feel
every
about
time
her.
She talks. Yeah.
Every single time. She just, how? Yeah.
I mean, it's a talent, honestly, to be able to say so many words without saying anything at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
listen,
amazing.
and I know that women on average say like 5,684 more words than men do in 1 minute. You know, I mean, I know that we do. I know, but she is like a case study in that. She's like exponentially more words than what any human should ever say ever. Like she just needs to stop. She needs to stop.
Oh my God. Anyway, so that's your today's Kamala. I also have a clip. Kari Lake was at what was the gathering? I forget. She's at like a conservative gathering.
It's not CPAC, is it? Because I feel like CPAC
it's
meets like
something.
Okay. Because CPAC meets like 14 times a year now. You know, have you ever noticed that?
Oh my God, they're constantly meeting.
They're yeah. Remember, it used to be like once a year people would go, and then like in Washington, and we'd be like, oh, okay, we'll go one time, and then we hated it, and we never did it again. And then it was like we really didn't fit in there. And then now it's like they're going all the time. But yeah, I guess it wasn't CPAC.
AmFest. Yes, thank you, Kelly. It's AmFest. And so she had a pretty big victory for her yesterday in that the legal action that she's been trying to pursue against Katie Hobbs and the results of the midterm election, she's able to take this to trial, which was a huge, huge thing, huge victory for her. And so she is in a very celebratory mood. And I thought people might like to hear from her.
Guess what? Christmas came early yesterday. Woo! We are going to trial. This is so historic. And you know what? I couldn't have done it without you. About a little over a day ago, I stood here on this stage and I said, please pray, not just for me, pray for our attorneys, pray for our witnesses, pray for the judge. My goodness. You did it. And yesterday we got great news. We're taking these bastards to trial.
Good for her.
Means business. That's
Good
right.
for her. I'm really glad to hear that, because that whole thing, that was just sketch. You know?
It was, I mean, there's some sketch and it needs to be investigated. That's, let it go to trial, let the evidence come out, and then that's what needs to happen. Absolutely.
I agree.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good for her.
Okay. I was going to play this Fauci clip, but it's just too irritating to subject people to. So I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. Can we just do whack?
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
What clip?
What can you please play the Fauci? I want to see it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Such a little maniacal
I hate him too.
troll.
Listen, we all hate him too, but everybody needs to see what a conniving troll he is. Yeah, play it.
All right. It's very short, so
It's
that's
short.
the saving grace.
And then we can talk about beards. Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
Nice that some people, idolize me and put me up on a pedestal, but I don't get impressed by that. I never have.
He actually said that. He said that out loud, you guys. That was an actual clip. Some people, did you guys
that
like
don't
that
impress me much.
Do. Yeah. That's Fauci, everybody. Some people idolize him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. What is your whack? I have it.
That's all we have to say about that.
That's all we have to say about it.
I can't remember what it's called. I've slept since then. It's called, what is it called? Beard a what? It's beard a
mints.
Beard a mints. Thank you. This is a thing. Remember several years ago, men were starting to put like succulents in their beard. Remember? Do you remember when we were on the radio?
I've always thought that word was so funny. I don't know why, but like that word always makes me laugh.
Succulent, mock. She likes the word succulent. But do you remember when men used to put like flora and fauna in their beard? Remember?
I vaguely do remember this. The thing I remember about beards the most is Captain Lou Albano having rubber bands in them in the Cyndi Lauper videos in the 80s. That's what I remember about things being in dudes' beards.
Okay, well now there's a thing called beardaments. Okay.
Yes.
And it's a thing. This is a thing. And actually Shark Tank is where they got their start, is that beardaments, they're colorful clip-on facial hair accessories. They were featured on Shark Tank and it's become a thing. So if you have a beard, dudes out there, or women, if you've grown beards, listen, menopause can be a real bitch. If you've grown a beard, I'm just saying, if you want to put some facial hair accessories in your beard, beardaments are a thing. Okay. They're a thing. And so this guy put 700, was it 701? 710. I'm sorry.
It's a Guinness Book World Record.
Right. He set a record. This may not be whack, but I thought it was wacky.
Oh my
Frank
God.
is going to get some today. Frank's going to get some. So for Christmas, you may want to check this out. There are baubles. He has the most beard baubles. It's his record. Maybe Frank, maybe you should go for 711 so you can beat this guy.
Well, and maybe this is something that could be considered on other parts of the body. I'm just saying, if you want to give your husband a gift.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mock's already bought some. She's already bought some. She's going to talk about a landing strip. You know what I'm saying?
We have gone off the rails.
Off of them.
Anyway, it's just an idea.
I mean, it's a little wacky. There you go. I thought it was kind of crazy. It's very Christmassy, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we get to My Pillow Talks, I just wanted to say, please make sure to go to our website today because I am in the middle of a post that I'm quite proud of about the Stanford list of words that you're not allowed to say anymore.
What is that about?
Oh my God. It's so stupid. If you haven't heard about this, please check our website in about a half an hour or so after the show, because I'm going to wrap that up and get that posted. The other thing I'm going to be posting, and I thought about playing it as one of our TikToks, but it's too long. It's like 4 minutes long. But there is the most unbelievable dismantling of the entire electric vehicle industry being the thing that we need to end climate change by Representative Tom McClintock from California, who I forgot how much I loved. I was like, why does that sound familiar? And I went back to our site and I've written about him way back in the day because he's so, so, so good. He's one of the smartest people in California. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty
He's
remarkable.
a treasure. He is a treasure. But the way that he dismantles how stupid this idea of transitioning to just electric vehicles is so phenomenally excellent. And if you are looking for a way of like pushing back against people who are like electric vehicles, wave of the future, share this with them.
Share it all over social. Share it everywhere.
God.
Yeah.
Share the heck out of it.
So you'll have that up this morning. You'll have that up this morning, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
I will.
This is why you have to go to our website every single day, you guys, because there's a lot of stuff that we talk about here, but then there's a lot of stuff we don't, and we put it on our website. We do that every day. So go there
Every day.
for extra stories. Yeah, because there's always so much going on.
Oh my gosh.
Always.
And this was just one of those things. It's just too long to share, but every word of it has to be heard and like digested and internalized and shared. It's so good.
Yeah.
So yes, that'll be on the website here within the next hour or so. But now it is time for My Pillow Talks. My Pillow's still huge bedding sale. All their bedding, pillow sheets, mattress covers, all of it is on mega sale. And even more so when you use code CHICKS at mypillow.com/. Okay, this goes back to the whole dressing of animals thing. And some lady put a sweater on her cat.
Oh my God.
And the reaction is just my favorite thing. Look at I bought a sweater for Millie. Millie, show everyone your sweater. I
bought a sweater for Millie.
Oh
I
my
can
god.
watch this all day.
She is so
I love that video so much.
That
Oh my
is how I
god.
feel about dressing animals. I am that cat. It's exactly how I feel.
Oh my god.
She's so pissed. Oh my god, that cat is all of that
So
cat is
mad.
me.
God, I love that cat.
Yeah. God.
Okay. Also, I know we've shown similar videos like this, but sometimes dogs are super dumb and they think that they're locked in places where they are not locked in at all. And so that's what's going on with this little fella.
Oh, Chase. Are you locked away?
Oh my god.
Are you just locked away?
Oh my
baby?
god.
Oh no.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
He's just convinced that he's in prison.
He's not. Oh my gosh.
know.
And he's like a border. Is he like a border Australian Shepherd?
Some kind of, maybe a mix
I feel
of
like
those
they're a
two.
lot smarter than that. He just fell off the dumb tree or something, hit every branch on the way down. That's not okay. God bless him.
Oh my god, I know. Okay, I have so many good ones today. I'm probably not even going to show all the best ones because there's so many good ones, and we'll save them for tomorrow and Friday too.
Okay.
But for sure, there's some that I want to get to. Like for example, this dog, the way it's reacting to a crab. Like, why is there a crab on a kitchen floor? I have no idea. Why is he doing?
I don't know, but he's so fuzzy. I want to like hug that dog so hard. Look how fuzzy he is. God, he is fuzztastic.
It's like he's doing that one Olympic sport that nobody understands, where they use like a brush and like a ice.
What is that?
on
You
the
guys
ice.
know what that is? Yeah, I know
What is that
is.
called?
I don't know. I can't remember. What is the name
It's
of
like
the sport?
circling or like what is it?
I don't know. Somebody's gonna tell me.
Somebody
I don't
has
know.
to tell us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yearling? Is it
Verling?
yearling?
Curling.
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 Yearling. I'm like
Curling.
yearling. What the F is yearling, Daisy? I don't know what that is. No one knows. Not yearling, you idiot.
It's curling. Curling. That's
What
what
the
it looks
hell?
like he was doing.
Oh my god. The crab's like, what?
Oh my god. Okay, so cats, you know how cats do that ridiculous sound when they're
Yes.
mad at each other and they're about to fight and they go roar. Yeah, I
You
can't
have
even
to
do the sound,
You
but
have
you know
to
what I'm
show
talking
me that
about.
cat. I have to see that cat video right now.
Oh,
I have
you're
to
gonna see it.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is that this guy, so you're gonna see the cats, and then you're gonna hear the guy translate what the cat said, and then you can't unhear it, and it's just masterful. Here we go. Oh, hang on, let me turn it up.
Did anybody else hear the first cat say, "Why are you looking at me?" And then the second cat replied, "So are you." Did anybody else hear the first cat say, "Why are you looking at me?" And then the second cat replied, "So are you."
That is the great.
Oh my god.
Oh my
You're
god.
so
I'm
saying
dying.
that.
That's so great. I'm dying. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god. I'm
Two
dying. I
more.
could
Two
not.
more, and then we gotta go.
Not. Oh god.
Okay, I know I've played this girl before. We played her. Remember when we did the video where the woman acted out what it's like to go to a recipe website and how ridiculous it is that you can't just get the recipe?
Yeah, it's like my grandma was raised in a meadow, and like it's like, who gives a shit about your grandma? Just give me the recipe. God,
how much salt do I need?
How many cups of sugar? God. Yeah.
Well, she's back, and now she is reenacting what it's like to talk to those automated customer service things on, basically any company that you try to call for customer service.
Yes.
This is so perfect.
Hello, and thank you for calling this automated system that sounds like a real person but will be significantly more frustrating for you. Yeah, I just have a question about my account. I'm sorry, what was that? Question about my account. Oh, it sounds like you have a question about your account. Is that right? Yes. Ooh, that's too bad because now I'm going to take you through prompts that have nothing to do with your question. Are you kidding? No, I don't want to do that. To hear more about our promotions, press 1 now. No, representative. In order for a real person to help you, I'll need more information about your account. Is your account connected to the number that you called from? Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Yes. We've received a request to upgrade to our premium services. How can you upgrade me? You don't even know what my account is. Don't be silly. Of course we know your account when we want your money. How about you take some of my money and get a representative? Please wait while I do absolutely nothing, pretending like I'm pulling up your account, but I already know what your account is because I'm a computer. Wow. And enjoy these sounds of it sounding like I'm actually doing something. For the love representative. It sounds like you'd like to speak to a representative. Is that right? In order to assure you that your experience will take significantly longer than it actually should, please say your phone number starting with area code 721. That is incorrect. You're not in our system. And as an imposter, we'd like to further delay you actually getting help. You didn't even let me finish. I am not an imposter. In order to continue to delay your help, we will need to verify your account as to not waste our representative's time. I swear. It seems like you're having trouble with your own phone number. Please hold while I get a representative for you. All of our representatives are busy at this time. Please call back. Goodbye.
My God, that. All of us have done that.
All of us have been there.
Yeah, I love that. My favorite is
so perfect.
Oh
okay,
my God.
We're gonna finish off today with Huskies. Obviously,
Of course we
this
are.
is my favorite because this is actually a masterful move on the Huskies' part. He's in total trouble. Like he's destroyed something. And so he has recognized that if he's just louder than the person yelling at him,
Oh my
the
gosh.
trouble will go away.
Wow.
so
Brazen.
great. Watch.
Brazen tactic.
Blue. Who did this? Blue, come here. Come here.
Oh no.
Who did this? Blue, sit down. No, you're a bad boy. Blue, stop. Nobody. Blue, listen. Blue. Leave.
That dog.
Really? Blue. Bad boy. Bad boy. Sit down.
I like the comments. The comment, he's like, you lost that argument. Listen, Linda. Yeah.
Oh my
God.
God. So like TikTok was on fire last night. I was having such a good time.
God. That dog was not having it. I'm gonna yawn. Ugh, it's early, you guys. It's early. We're gonna take on the day. This is
That's
your
right, we are.
Wednesday. This is your Wednesday to shine, you guys. This is your Wednesday.
Wait, you know what? You're saying things like that remind me of Morgan's sweary affirmations. So let's read one today.
Oh, we're gonna read one.
Let's do an affirmation today. Breathe in the good shit and breathe out the bullshit.
When the world says you can't, I say effing watch me.
There you go.
There it is.
There are your affirmations for the day.
There it is, you guys. There it is. Bring it in. Cash is not in here right now.
Oh
He heard his daddy out there, and I become chop liver when his father is around. So that's where I fall on the totem pole. So he's gone. There will be no flaps.
No
we
flaps
shall have
today.
some flaps tomorrow. Yeah, we'll make it up tomorrow. Okay. You
All
guys have a
right.
wonderful Wednesday, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.